Duckling. A little duckling was very sad because he thought he was the ugliest duckling amongst all his brothers and sisters. They would not play with him and teased the poor ugly duckling. One day, he saw his reflection in the water and cried, "Nobody likes me. I am so ugly." He decided to leave home and went far into the woods. Deep in the forest, he saw a cottage in which there lived an old woman, her hen, and her cat. The duckling stayed with them for some time, but he was unhappy there and soon left. When the winter set in, the poor duckling almost froze to death. A peasant took him home to his wife and children. The poor duckling was terrified of the children and escaped. The ugly duckling spent the winter in the marshy pond. Finally, spring arrived. One day, the duckling saw a beautiful swan swimming in the pond and fell in love with her. But then, he remembered how everyone made fun of him and bent his head down in shame. When he saw his reflection in the water, he was astonished. He was not an ugly duckling anymore, but a handsome young swan. Now, he knew why he had looked so different from his brothers and sisters. They were ducklings, but I was a baby swan, he said to himself. He married the beautiful swan and lived happily ever after. Characters in The Ugly Duckling. The Ugly Duckling. The ducklings, Mother Duckling, frogs, cats, fox, and swan queen. Plot. The classic 19th century fairy tale tells the story of a duckling who, when hatched with his brothers and sisters, is ridiculed and ostracized because they perceived him as ugly. Conflict. The other ducks don't like the baby duck because he is ugly. Setting. Pond.